Welcome to Raider Talks postgame. I am your host, Art Navarrete, here alongside Art Navarrete Sr., filling in for Nick Ibarra. Art Sr., how'd you feel about that win? Raiders win 23-0.
Man, it was a good win. It felt good. It seemed like those are the type of games that we've been losing over the years. Where we score, but we left too much time on the clock, and then the other team comes down and kicks a field goal. So it felt good to be on the winning side of that and keep our playoff hopes alive.
Yeah, huge win. The Raiders keep their playoff hopes alive. There's been this 4-game stretch we've had, and we've won 3 out of 4 now. Now we're heading to this 4th game, going against a division rival in the Chargers, and it's setting up for a huge game in Allegiant Stadium.
Yeah, that's the exciting part, is that we're playing good down the stretch. You know what I mean? So I feel good about the game next week, and and if we win, that means we've won 4 in a row, and we might be the hottest team in football going into the playoffs.
And that's what I said earlier in the year. I said the hottest team. It seems like the hottest team is going to win the Super Bowl this year.
Right.
So I'll definitely feel really good if we beat the Chargers and are going into the playoffs on a 4-game win streak.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's all you can ask for. You know what I mean? It's all you can ask for. In years past, the last game of the season doesn't mean anything for us. So now, and we're having it at home. The stadium's going to be jumping, and it's going to be exciting.
It's going to feel like the first playoff game at a Raiders home stadium in a while.
I agree.
I mean, how long has it been? 2002.
Yeah, since
Raiders Titans.
Yeah, since the Raiders Titans, the game we won to go to the Super Bowl. That's the last time there was a playoff game. That's the last time we hosted a playoff game. Of course, we went on the road and lost to the Titans a few years back. But this is going to be the closest thing to a playoff game in a long, long time.
Yeah, it's going to be jumping in Allegiant. Mm-hmm. Now let's hit on this Colts game a little bit. We'll start off with the first quarter. First quarter, the Raiders go down. They score pretty easy, and it seems like it's going to be a pretty good game for the Raider offense. They even get a stop after that, mm-hmm. and then they kind of go on a little stall there on offense.
Well, I thought, of course, they started fast, which is good. I like that, of course, we dominated I thought we dominated until, the last 2 minutes kind of went south on us. But the way we started the game, I was excited about it. And I felt this whole game, as long as we kept it close, because we've been winning close games.
At least have a chance.
Yeah, just give yourself a chance. As long as we kept it close, we've been winning these close games. So I felt comfortable with it.
Yeah. And then going into that second half, obviously it was kind of a disaster what happened toward the end of that second half. But we were up 3 going into that second half.
Yes.
After all the bad stuff happened,
mm-hmm.
and it felt like we were in a prime position to go out and win that game.
I agree.
In a hostile environment.
I think I lost it. The first time I lost it is when Leatherwood jumped off sides or false started or whatever.
Yeah, that could have been a touchdown.
Yeah, that's when I was starting to get my hopes up. I was starting to get a little greedy. Like, we could score here, go up big. Maybe we blow these guys out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though I kind of knew it was gonna be a close game, I started feeling a little greedy. Like, maybe we can really go in there and take it to these guys.
Yeah, me too. A little bit.
Yeah, and then of course, the false start, and then we lost momentum and all that stuff. But you're right. The positive about it was we were still winning at halftime. And we had 30 minutes to Raider football to play. If we played the way we've been playing the last couple weeks, I knew we were going to have a good chance.
Yeah, it's the National Football League. It's the Raider game. It's not going to be easy.
Never.
It's not going to be a dog walk.
Right.
The Raiders, of course, made it a close game. And, if you're a Raider fan, you're looking at this game thinking, damn, we could have blew them out.
Yeah.
But if you're a Colts fan, you're thinking the same thing.
Probably.
How will the Raiders win? We could have blew them out.
Probably.
So there was different scenarios in this game that made the huge difference.
Yeah.
And we'll start with the second half. The Raiders have a 3-point lead. Indianapolis drives.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the Raiders are playing good defense
mm-hmm.
A little bit there. Had a couple of chances to get them off the field, but they converted on some big third downs.
Yeah.
And then they end up throwing that. Carson Wentz throws a horrible throw.
Yeah.
And Casey Hayward and Merritt kind of collide. It bounces right into T.Y. Hilton's
mm-hmm.
hands
mm-hmm.
For a touchdown. And right then and there, you're kind of like, oh, here we go.
Well, one of the commentators said it right. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. That was just a lucky play. It was a horrible throw.
Luck.
He should have never threw the ball. The guy wasn't open. We had 2 Raiders there, and it was like a 3-man collision. It's kind of hard to blame the players. You want to say just knock it down, but I mean, if you get an interception there, that's huge, you know. So they both went up for the ball. The Colts guy came in. It was a 3-way ricochet, and you know the ball, unfortunately for us, you know, landed right in their hands. So that one was tough, but you know, again, even after that, it was still, you knew it was still a 1-score game.
Yeah,
it was still close.
I mean, it was a bad situation. It was one of those where you're like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
But it wasn't like terrible. It wasn't like we messed up or something.
Right.
It was just bad luck.
Yeah, it wasn't blown coverage or something. You know what I mean? It was, the effort was there. It was just bad luck. You're right.
And in the third quarter, that was the only point scored by any team right there. And the Raiders come out in the fourth quarter, end up scoring 10 and to win the game.
Right. Yeah, and going into the fourth quarter, again, it was a close game. So I knew that if we just played good football,
we had a chance.
We're going to win this game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I knew if we just played good, solid football, we're going to win this game. And I even texted some of the guys. You know, I said, hey, 15 minutes left. And I felt pretty good about it. And, you know, they finished.
Yeah, they finished good. They finished strong. The defense played really good again this week, 3 weeks in a row. Colts are a decently good offense, especially with their running game.
Yeah, I guess.
And I mean, Jonathan Taylor is an animal.
Yeah,
like you
good.
said, really good. Had 108 yards today. This is the first game where he's got over 100 yards, and the Colts have lost.
Yeah. No, it was. We knew we had to stop the run, and I think that it's one of those things where you knew you weren't going to stop him completely, but you just couldn't let him run for 200 yards. You know, so he just got over 100 yards. So I thought
108 yards.
Yeah, I thought overall we did a decent job of
I thought so too. I mean, he had 20 carries.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like on 15 carries he had 100 yards.
Yeah.
So now I want to talk a little bit about that touchdown drive.
Right.
So we go down, and it's a 4th and 1 or 4th and 2, and I'm saying let's kick the field goal.
Right.
Let's take the safe points. Just in general, it's good for a lot of things. I mean, we score, they score we get that field goal, they score a touchdown. It's only 1-score game.
Yeah.
And in other situations, we get a field goal to win the game. Just a couple of different things. But the Raiders gamble, they roll the dice, and then Carr. That's another one where he keeps the play alive, and he hits Renfro for a touchdown. And that was when the momentum switched, and that's where I believe the Raiders are going to win this game.
Yeah, I think that I'm with you though. I thought we should have kicked the field goal because I felt pretty confident in our defense. You know, so I felt like we kick a field goal and then we kick another. You know, we get a stop, kick another field goal, and we're winning. You know, but they gambled. The gamble played off in the presser. Bisaccia said that they already had talked before the game, and if they got into that situation, that they were going to be aggressive and go for it. So they did that, and Carr made a play, Renfro made a play, and that's the thing that all Raider fans talk about with Carr is that he needs to extend plays. You know what I mean? And he did that. You know?
Yeah, and he did that for that huge touchdown. And then the Colts, they go down, they get a field goal of their own. They get a field goal. They tie the ball game up.
Right.
And now the Raiders have the ball with 2 minutes. Or 2 minutes, 20 seconds or something like that. And the Raiders go down, they drive, and they end up stealing the game. A huge throw by Derek Carr, huge catch by Renfro on a 3rd and short.
Yeah.
And Carr looked like he's going to get sacked there. And he ended up making a play out of his butt.
Yeah. Same thing. He did that maybe 3 times today where he extended plays and it resulted like in positive plays. I mean, big plays.
There's only one play where he scrambled out, trying to make something happen. He almost threw a pick on one of them.
Right.
But it was one of those things where it's good to at least see him do that.
Yeah.
Like put in the effort to try to get that first down because you don't like seeing just him throw it away especially when you think he has a split second longer.
Yeah, and I think that's the frustrating part about Carr is that so many times that has happened where he's felt a little pressure and he's thrown the ball away. Yeah, because he's feel like we'll get him next time, or we'll punt it and we'll get him next drive.
Yeah.
So I like that he's extending plays. I think he's playing with a little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like his attitude anymore.
Right.
His attitude is we need to score now. We need to get this first down now. Right. There's no tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, he's playing good, and he's had a few turnovers the last few games, but he's being aggressive, and I think that's what everybody has always wanted to see from him, is have that killer instinct. You know what I mean? Be aggressive, and you can live or die with it. You know what I mean? I think most Raider fans would want to see him being aggressive, rather than throw the ball away or something like that when he probably has a little more time than he thinks.
Yeah, we see him have that killer instinct. I mean, at the end of games, or when it really matters, like the most.
Right.
But sometimes it doesn't come down to that. Sometimes we don't have a chance to have a game-winning drive,
right,
and all that. So it seemed like he had more sense of urgency throughout the whole game. I wouldn't say Carr had a great game just because those 2 interceptions.
Right.
They were huge.
Yeah, they were bad picks.
They were bad picks.
Yeah.
But like I said, the last 3 weeks, he's getting the job done. That's all that matters. All we care about is a winning quarterback.
Right. Well, that's been the thing. That's the debate right now, right, with all Raider fans, right, about, half the fans feel like Carr's the guy. Look at his numbers, look at his stats, look at his touchdowns and all that stuff, yardage. And then the other side is saying, yeah, it's all about wins and losses, though, right? So I'm about the wins and losses. So I don't care that he threw 2 picks today, as long as he won.
Yeah.
So he's 3-0 when it counted, because we've been playing for our playoff lives for the last 3 games.
Yes.
So he's 3-0. So he's playing winning football, and that's what I want from my quarterback.
Yeah, that's all that matters. I mean, if Gannon threw 3 picks but we won,
well, Gannon ain't throwing 3 picks, but okay, that's what you're saying.
You know what I mean. Josh Jacobs, 16 carries, 63 yards and a touchdown. Looks like he got a little banged up in that game, but it seems like he's been that type of running back. So someone probably you're not going to rely on every game. So you're going to need Barber and Rashard to play well.
Yeah, they're going to have to step up because he's obviously hurting, and of course we'll find out in the next day or 2 how bad he's hurt. Hopefully it's no fractured ribs or anything crazy. Maybe it's just some bruised ribs or something. But he ran hard, man. He ran hard just like he did last week. He was impressive, and hopefully he can go next week.
Yeah, hopefully, because he played really well, and he played really well last week after the fumble last week. Zay Jones, 8 reception, 120 yards, led us in receptions. And I just want to give a congratulations to Zay Jones, his first 100-yard game. And then Renfrow had a pretty good day as well. And he surpassed that 1,000-yard mark. So those 2 wide receivers, give him applause.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, great job. Zay has, man, I always like Zay.
He's sneaky good.
Ever since we made the trade, I loved the trade because I scouted him a little bit. I'm one of those at-home YouTube scouters, you know what I mean? I like scouting for the draft and stuff. And I was high on him. You know what I mean? I thought he was going to be pretty good in the NFL. Didn't work out for him in Buffalo. And when we had a shot to get him, we got him. And I think that he would have been perfect just for these situations, right? I don't really consider him a number 1 receiver, but I think he could be a 2, 3, 4. He could fill in when need be, and he showed that today.
And someone to count on. Someone is going to know the playbook.
Yeah.
Someone's going to run the right routes, do whatever it takes.
He does all the right things. You know what I mean?
On and off the field.
Yep, exactly.
He's a very good guy.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of him. Glad he got that 120 yards. And I'm proud of this Raider team.
Right.
They're alive. One more game.
Yeah.
One more game and they're in.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And back to the end of the game. Once we got the ball back, I think the way the last few games have gone, I think every Raider fan felt pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
And I think you said it one time. You said this is when the autumn wind starts playing. You know what I mean, on the sounds of the game and stuff like that. And that's how I felt, and I felt good about it. And it's huge that we were able to drive down. And man, that Renfrow play was crazy. You know what I mean? Thought it was a touchdown, but then it wasn't. Kind of worked out better for us.
Yeah, no, it worked in our favor.
Yeah, kind of worked out for us. But yeah, it's gonna be a big game next week.
Yeah, but that's one of those drives. So like the current kind of Raiders, they might have a 3-and-out or something crazy will happen throughout last drive like that.
Right.
But in the last 3 weeks, it feels like our 2-minute offense. Our 2-minute offense with a lead has been really, really good.
Yeah.
And we're doing everything right.
Yeah.
We're getting good rushing yards. We're getting first downs. Earlier in the year, it felt like we would just run the ball and then minus a yard, and then a throw for 3 yards, and then a throwaway or something, and we're done. So we're executing right now.
Yeah. Well, I love the way we started the game and the way we finished the game. Both drives were kind of perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The line was good enough. The running was good enough. Well, the last drive we pretty much just threw the ball.
Yeah.
But there was no penalties. You know what I mean? There was no questionable play calling. You know what I mean? So everything, the way we started and finished was pretty good.
Yeah, for the first quarter, a very clean Raider game. Fourth quarter, very clean.
Yep.
The second and third, something you need to clean up a
Yeah.
little bit. I mean, you got some big penalties like Leatherwood.
Yeah, that was bad.
Some other penalties, some other screw ups on defense.
Yeah.
But I think they could put a full 4 quarters together. I feel like they're a team that can do that now.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's all about playing a complete game. You know what I mean? Playing a full 4 quarters, and I think that we're at least doing that where we're playing hard for 4 quarters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're playing hard for. There's no let up. And
Yeah.
I like that.
I mean, I think the difference in this game, we won 23-20. Both teams made mistakes. Carson Wentz missed a huge throw.
Yeah,
A huge throw
bad.
to T.Y. Hilton. That could have been a
That was
touchdown.
bad.
That could have been a 10-point lead for them. It could have been all bad for the Raiders.
Yep.
But I think it honestly came down to who wanted it more, and I think the silver and black wanted it more today.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that you could just tell. You could just tell by the energy they had in the field. They were swarming on the defensive side of the ball, and on offense they were fighting for that extra yardage. They were fighting for first downs.
Yeah.
You could just tell that they. I think you're right. I think they just wanted it a little bit more.
I know that was a good effort by the Raiders. Very proud of them.
Yep, same here.
And now, like I said, 1 game away.
Yeah.
Raiders versus Chargers. We'll be there.
Yeah,
We're
we'll
very
be there.
excited to go to
Yep.
that game. Man, it's going to
Yeah.
be exciting.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be nervous.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be nervous. I'll be excited. I'm feeling pretty confident about that game.
Me too. I'm feeling
The
confident.
last time I went to a Raider playoff game was the AFC Championship game. We won and we went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I wasn't nervous for that game. I was excited because I knew we were gonna win.
Yeah, I think I might get my nervousness and
Yeah.
excited mixed up. Maybe I'm just maybe I'm just excited.
It's okay. I mean, you're gonna have those nerves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's a good thing. It's exciting. It's fun, and I'm looking forward to it.
It's a good problem to have.
Oh, yeah.
And this month, especially in the new year.
Yeah, we got to start off the new
Start
year the right way.
good. A big win for the Raiders. Got the win for Coach Madden and live to fight another day.
Yep.
Raiders, Chargers. We'll see you guys for Raider Talks Thursdays, and then Raider Talks pregame and postgame at Allegiant Stadium.
Yep.
So that'll be exciting. Go Raiders.
Go Raiders.